Hi there, I thought I'd do a quick video just showing how to set up one of these Sport Digital units. So the instructions didn't seem that clear, so I just thought I'd whip through the basics. On this side there are two power points, P1 and P2. If you're just using 1 to 4 cars, you only need one power source plugged in. If you're running up to 6 cars, you need 2 power sources plugged in. And then also it's quite easy to see on one side there's controllers 1, 3 and 5, and on the other side is where you can plug in controllers 2, 4 and 6. So that's quite simple. So we plug in the power cord, boots up, and it's version 1.5, and then it goes to your last setting. So this is on Grand Prix mode, set for 5 laps. So to change things, we press the top button, and then if we press it again, we can change the mode. So from Grand Prix to Enduro to Rally to PST, I'm not sure what that is, NASCAR, hard and qualifying. So if we want to qualifying, we'd press the bottom one to select, and then the bottom one again to come out. And now we've got 5 laps of qualifying. If we wanted to change the amount of laps, we just go across and we'd find laps, enter into there and increase the amount of laps we want or decrease, and then press to confirm and again to come out. To see what number your car is, cars generally revert to being set as car 1. You just run the car with a digital chip past the sensor, which is here, and it tells us car 1. If we wanted to change a car, we press the top button again and go across. Say we wanted this car to be car 2, go across to car 2 and enter. And we can change the braking modes, and this is what we want to do, the car ID. So we press enter and then set, which is confirm, the bottom one. So again, that goes into it and then we set it by that. And now we come out and then out again. So now if we run this through the thing, it should say car 2. There we go, car 2. So now that will only work if you've got a controller plugged into controller 2. If you wanted to change it back to number 1, press the top button once. I find like deliberate slow presses work best with this unit. So back across to car 1, enter, set car ID, enter, confirm and exit back out again. And now this car will be back to car 1. There are other things about the car that you can change, as you probably saw when I was in there. So you go into it, you can have the braking, so dynamic braking, both braking and braking off, or via the button only. On the back of the controller, the top button is the braking button. So you can have it so the car only brakes when you press the button, have the button turned off, have it braking dynamically and by pressing the button, or just dynamically, like when you let go of the trigger. So I tend to have it on both, so then, and select, so then you can use both parts. The bottom button on the controller, the small button, that's the lane change button. So if you press and hold that button when the car approaches a lane, or when the car goes over a lane change sensor, that will cause the flipper to flip and the car to change lane. I don't think there's too much else. It was just navigating around this unit and making sure that when you've done something, you exit back out to the screen that you can start your race on. And then obviously when you want to start your 10 laps of qualifying or 10 laps of Grand Prix or whatever you've got, hit the start button, counts you down, off you go, start your race. And want to exit it or end it early, just hit the bottom button and that'll come back to your first screen. Yeah, so quite simple really. So if you wanted to program car, this is car 4, into car 4, set ID, confirm, exit, exit, exit. Now this should be car 4. It's now car 4. So plug one into car 4 and off you go. So set your cars. Sometimes I find that cars become unset if there's a crash or something like that. Sometimes they lose who they are and go back to being car number 1, which can be annoying at times, but doesn't happen too often. And I find that the controllers, the ends of the controller seems a bit loose when it goes into the unit. I don't know if that's from being pushed in and pulled out a few times, and they don't feel super snug, but they still seem to work everything. So if I put this back to number 1 now, car 1, enter ID, enter set. It's now back as being car 1. Ready to race. I don't know why it said car 4. Shouldn't have. Should say car 1. Yeah, car 1. There. I hope that helps someone, because when I started looking at this unit, I couldn't really work out from the instructions how to do some things. All right. Thanks for your time. Cheers. Bye.